Today, I'll walk you through the exact step-by-step process that we used to generate 513 new inquiries for this auto detailing client of ours, which translates to approximately 70,000 increase in sales all within 3 weeks of working with us. So let's check this out. So as you can see here in my screen, we have the August 2022 Facebook ads report prepared for this client of ours. We started running ads for them on August 13, and in the summary, we spent 10,000 pesos, which generated 513 total of inquiries, and if calculate the average daily sales, we managed to provide additional 2,700 increase in daily sales. And for the month of August, we were able to generate 391,000 in gross sales. Normally, it's on a 320,000, so it's an increase of 71,000 pesos. So I'm going to walk you through the exact step-by-step process on how we did just that. So the first step in creating any type of Facebook ad campaign and any marketing in general is to plan ahead. So this is going to be the first step. We actually spent like 5 days planning out what will be the audience, what will be the creatives, what are the target market. The best way to do that is if you go over this. If you go over insights, this one, if you go over insights, you will see this. This one. All right, so it's in your business manager. You will see the total page reach, total Instagram reach, all of these stuff. You'll see the demographics. But what's important here is the audience. So if you go over these are your current audience. So you have locations. Obviously, if you are a local business, it's important to take a look at that. Also, when it comes to potential audience, this is where you'll see like the potential of targeting Facebook ads. So you can see it's good to target on different nearby cities. Also, here in benchmarking, you will see different businesses that are just like yours here in the area that's actually more superior than you when it comes to reach. And all you have to do is click this link, click this, and do a research on what are they currently doing. Like for this detailer nearby, you can see if you go to page transparency and go to ad library, you can see that some of these ads here have been working for quite some time now. So that means these ads are working. So you can have an idea on what type of ad works in your audience. And after that, you're going to list out all of the audiences that you want for your Facebook ad targeting. So once you do your research and you have insights on what audience works and what advertisements that some of your competitors are doing in the area, then you'll have to proceed in creating your Facebook ad campaign. So there are, if you can see the screen, you can see the actual ad manager that we use for this detailing client of ours. So you can see we launched two campaigns, and don't worry if this thing confused you at first. There are tons of tutorials here on YouTube that will teach you how to navigate, but I will show you exactly the process on how to create a good campaign. But just to show you some of the results here, you see this is the most important metric above all. If you don't understand some of the numbers here, like the click-through rates, amount spent, cost per results, that's fine. But what you have to focus on at first is to make sure that these statistics, like the quality rankings, engagement rate ranking, and conversion rate ranking, is most of the time should be above average. So you can see almost all of these are above average except for one, which we will change eventually. So let's now go ahead and create our campaign. So what you want to do is to click create, and you choose where you want your customers to book inquiries with you. If you have a landing page or you have a scheduler, that's fine. You can choose traffic for that, or you can choose leads for that. But if you don't have a landing page or if you don't have a website, it's best to convert them via messenger inquiry. So with that, we'll use engagement since this client doesn't have an existing website. We'll rename it as Inquiries Lead Gen version 2, and we'll just create a random name for this. Ad set 1 and creative 1. Once that's done, you can go ahead and start editing your ad set. Now, what's important here is for conversion location, you want to have them convert on your messaging applications, in this case, Messenger. Then use click to message. If you have an Instagram account, check both of these, Messenger and Instagram. If not, you can just choose Messenger. Of course, the page. Then you can choose daily budget or lifetime budget. I recommend if you're starting out, we recommend use daily budget. For clients here in the Philippines, I recommend between 500 to 1,000 pesos. Actually, depends on your area. Basically, choose one that you think works best for you. So let's just choose 500 here. 500. Set a start date. Set an end date. I don't want this to end anytime soon, so I'll remove that. For scheduling, I want to run ads all the time. Then we'll start creating a new audience. It's actually a very complicated scenario, but for the previous campaigns, you can choose a detailed targeting. I choose between, for auto detailers, I choose between 22 to 55 years old, because they're most likely going to be the people who owns cars and who makes the decisions and detailing their cars. And there are some of the suggestions here. I suggest you create multiple ad sets and just test out which one works best for you. So let's say for this one, I'll choose auto detailing. And for location, I'll choose only in the city. So let's say in this one, since this is a some detailer in Makati, I'll choose the city. And I will only include the one on the current city because I don't want to target anything. One error that most most Facebook ad campaigns do is that they tend to target a huge area, which in local businesses might not work a lot because, for example, although this might be the best car wash in the world, if this is 5 hours drive away from the area, obviously the customers are not gonna be happy traveling that far. So they have a lot of options. So for this, let's target the city of Makati. This is the recommended targeting. You can also choose car wash or you can choose car owners. We have some of them here. Car owners, I think it's not viable anymore. Cars, right? Cars.com, because obviously they have the Cars Direct. Some of these are you can target as well. Honda Cars Philippines is actually good. Target. If you have a creative, let's like before and after detailing of Honda, you can choose Honda Cars for this one. But since we actually run this campaign a few times ago, I'll choose a look-alike audience for this one. I'll create a look-alike audience because we have an existing audience base, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and skip over these because these are really complicated. It's not really a topic, but for now, I suggest you stick to some of these targeting. Stick to auto detailing. You can check if your audience is good. This is actually a good audience size between 150 to 300,000. If you think that this is too big for your area, I suggest you narrow it down by, let's say, you must also match car washer, car film, all of these. Just test it out. See, it's too few. So try playing around with this stuff. All right, this one I'll use advantage placements. If you're automatic placement, if you're starting out. For experts, you can choose manual. But for now, let's go with advantage. Other than that, these you don't really have to worry about these that much for beginners. So let's go ahead and create our creative. It's actually the most important step in creating winning ads. You have to make sure that your creative stands out and that your ad copy resonates well with your target audience. So I'll show you some of the creatives that I did, and I will break it down for you to kind of explain the logic on why I did that. So these are some of our winning creatives. See, let's go this one. The winning creatives. Probably this one because this is above average. This one, as you can see, is actually pretty good. And let's preview the creative. So as you can see here on my screen, I have one of our winning creatives, and I will break it down for you so you kind of understand what's going on. So first thing that you notice is that this is actually a simple image. There are no fancy edits, there are no fancy graphics, there are no minimal branding applied on this. Just simple before and after. So it's enough to capture the attention of your readers, right? So next, let's go over uh, the ad copy, which is the second most important thing, right? So after you capture your audience attention with this very simple image, machine wash before and after, take a look at the creative. Let's see if I can zoom it for you so you can see better. This one, short and simple. Number one, attention Makati residents. So right off the bat, you can see that this is actually speaking to audiences residing in Makati. Or you can also put here, attention Makati car owners. Or attention car owners in Makati. All of these. Make sure that you have the first sentence to grab your reader's attention, to grab your audience. Like, you have this endless scrolling, right? And you have to, hey, read this. That's kind of the first sentence. Next, you want to state the intention of your ad. So next here, we put, tired of your dirty engine. Obviously, car owners are gonna read, oh yes, I'm tired of my dirty engine. Get a free car wash for every engine wash session. So you don't have to say how good is your engine wash or what are the technologies that you use in the engine wash, because ultimately what's the only thing that they want? They want to get their engine clean. And what's the best deal that you can give to them? You get a free car wash for every engine wash session. Then next is you have to have a call to action and call of rush. So we can I put it here, promo valid for the first 30 people only. So click the link now to get yours. And when they click, you can actually see here the headline, free coffee and Wi-Fi while you wait. So this is anatomy of one of our best ads that we launched. So the last step in creating powerful digital marketing campaigns for your auto detailing business is to test things out. This is actually I can't reiterate this enough. Like, people just don't test things enough. So before we reach this type of results for these creatives, we actually spent a lot of time tweaking and creating a control for this one. Like, these ads are still working as of today, but I'll create the next campaign that will attempt to beat the performance of these ads. So you have to think about it like this: you create an ad, then you create another ad that attempts to beat the existing ad, and if that ad beats the existing ad, then you replace the old ad, and you have this new winning ad, and then try to beat it again, try to improve its performance, tweak, experiment, and all of these type of stuff. So if this sounds confusing to you, I'll give you a free consultation so I can guide your auto detailing on how to run your ads yourself. And to do that, I have my contact down below in the description, that you can send me a message and we can schedule a consultation with you. And if you don't want to spend a lot of time going over these things, studying all of these different ad campaigns, and instead you want to focus your time on actually building and growing your auto detailing business, then be sure to link me up, and we can make a lot of money working together. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.